Welcome to a new episode of Depreciation Nation, and behind me you are going to see a 2021 Ram Hellcat powered TRX, or T-Rex as we will call it for all intents and purposes. And we are going to take this out, we are going to drive it, we are going to give you initial impressions. But before we do that, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button at the bottom of your screen so that you don't miss more content like this here. Now, as previously mentioned, this is powered by the Hellcat 707 horsepower supercharged V8 that can be found in the Hellcat Challenger, the Hellcat Charger, and just about any other car you can think of that Dodge has made that they want to shoehorn this motor in. Now, a few weeks ago, we brought you the Hellcat Challenger, and prior to that, we brought you a Challenger Scat Pack, but I am most excited about this because the Challenger feels very impractical and it is very difficult to put the power down in any one way without spinning the tires. This being a bigger truck has bigger weight, and as a result of that, I think that we are going to have a very good time. So let's go for a ride. So here we are in the Ram TRX. Let me get comfortable. And first impressions are this is very much like a Hellcat. We've got some suede or Alcantara over the steering wheel and over the armrest. It is a big truck. And it rides incredibly well. And I can already hear the whine of the Hellcat supercharger. And we have some big tires and I can already hear those. Now, Travis tells us that this has a launch mode just like a Hellcat or a Scat Pack. It can do anything that a Hellcat or a Scat Pack can do, except for the fact that it's a truck. And as a result of that, it's practical and you can do something with it. Got a huge panoramic sunroof here. Now, granted, when the T-Rex came out, everybody kind of lost their mind over it, and the joke goes, what will Dodge not put this motor in? Because the motor is very, very good. But what I like about this is that unlike the Hellcat that felt very impractical, I actually feel like I can put the power down in this without being stupid. Steering, ironically, is probably my biggest surprise because it doesn't steer like a truck. Love the whine of that supercharger. It's got adjustable Bilsteins in it. You can see them from the outside of the vehicle. And honestly, this might be about the perfect blend of power versus practicality. Now, Travis said that this has a few modifications done to it. He said that since he always gets the latest and greatest of everything, a lot of the tuning organizations will use his vehicles for their research and development. And so this has a full header back exhaust on it. I don't recall the brand, but it does sound very, very nice. And having said all of those things, it drives about like a truck would drive. Other than there being T-Rex everywhere, it is as practical and as useful as any truck that is currently available today. gonna go out here where we can actually go a little bit faster. Again, nothing too ridiculous. And it's not as loud or obnoxious as what the Hellcat that we sampled was. We've got a lot of hot content coming your way over the next few months, so I hope that if you're not subscribed, you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because we have had a tremendous number of opportunities here in the past few weeks that are going to create for, or are going to permit, some very fantastic content. And Lord, is it fast. Much like a Ram would be, and much like a Challenger is a Challenger, the inside is about like every other truck on the market currently available, minus the fact that it says TRX everywhere and has a few VIN plates on it. Infotainment Center stack is really nice. Again, something you would find on a traditional Ram. Gauge cluster is nice, easy to read. We have analog gauges, which I love. And then we have a centralized digital readout, which tells me I'm getting very poor fuel economy at the moment. Out of the Scat Pack and the Hellcat, I would take the Scat Pack Challenger over the Hellcat Challenger, and I would take this truck over both of those, basically due to how usable it is and how I don't feel like I'm on the edge of losing control. This truck handles the power very, very well. And it's not as loud. Transmission shifts smoothly. It pops between shifts if you wish. It is basically everything to everyone. And I know that every video we shoot, we find the positive and glowing attributes to talk about when we talk about cars. But that's the beauty of cars. I happen to like European cars, but I share everybody's passion for everything. And the fact of the matter is that while I don't really want a Challenger Hellcat or a Challenger Scat Pack, I very much enjoyed the experience. This is a vehicle that I would own based on initial impressions. Not only will it do everything that I want it to do, and not only will it outpace most cars currently on the streets, I can pull a car or a boat. And that is the Ram TRX. I was delighted to experience this. The power is very usable. The vehicle is very utilitarian, has all of the modern technology that one could ask for, and it's got the practicality of a truck. And most importantly, the car can put down that 707 horsepower effectively.